Greetings, TheWarOwl greets you and welcome to Matchmaking Academy, where you are the star for all the wrong reasons, but don't worry, we're gonna figure out what those reasons are and help you improve at Counter-Strike Global Offensive. And, well, he knew what he did wrong there. Our hero today is Toon. He is a Master Guardian Elite player, that's here, and his favorite fish, like everybody else, is the blobfish. Now, he had some questions about how to hold bomb site A as a counter-terrorist. So that's what we're going to be looking at today. And he also said that his teammates in this game were speaking Russian, so he had no idea what was going on. Very unfortunate, so we're going to be looking at this from the perspective of, oh, I can't communicate with my teammates as well. So you're kind of playing the dedicated A player without a way to sort of do boosts or run boosts or coordinate flashbangs or anything like that. So that's what we're going to be looking at today. And Toon, you're way out in the open, buddy. You are way out in the open. So I don't know why the demo is so choppy. I've tried a few things to fix it. It's like there's no interpolation. Oh, wait. Oh, I fixed it. Anyway, obviously this player is not taking any cover. Cash, A site, has so much cover, so many different possibilities, and he decides, like right now, he could go behind forklift and play forklift and use this box for cover, but instead he decides to stand directly in front of forklift and sort of just engage the player head on like this, apply directly to the forehead, and look, he gets an AK-47 applied directly to the abdomen, not the forehead though, because this guy kind of sucks. But anyway, like, all of this cover, it's just such a shame. Like, look at all of the possibilities, all of the different places to chill on this bomb site, and he decides to just stand completely out in the open. I think that one was pretty obvious, buddy. So one of the things this player had some problems with were the smokes and the flashes and molotovs and stuff. It's like he has absolutely no concept of how to do it. So I tell you what, guys, we're gonna have a little refresher course. I'm gonna hop in game, and I'm gonna show you how to do those flashes and smokes. I'm a counter-terrorist, and I want to hold bomb site A, and I want to throw some smokes, flashes, molotovs, and nades to help out my team and do so. Now, the first thing you want to do is learn how to throw a smoke to block off A main early on. This will shut down any sort of a rush, any sort of a bomb site play that they're doing, and at the level that you're playing at in matchmaking, I think it makes sense to get into the habit of throwing this every single round. Now, when you get a little bit better and you're playing against better people, sometimes it makes sense to hold on to that smoke. But I would say, if you're getting into the game, get into the habit of throwing this smoke over and over again so that you know how to do it, and because it really messes them up early on if they're trying to like say, oh, we're gonna take A. Like communication at the like the mid-level or amateur level of Counter-Strike can get easily derailed. Okay, very easy ways to throw this. So I run up here. As I'm running from the site, stop right here by the truck and aim at the tip of the sickle of Mother Russia there. Sickle smoke, bro. So that one perfectly blocks it off. There's tons of different ways to do it. If you're running in, you can actually come here on the other side of it, the other side of the truck, and kind of back up into the corner, and then aim at the Y. This will go kind of in the same place, same smoke. However, if you're in a little bit of a hurry, maybe you're playing highway or something like that, and you're running by, what you can do, what I do, this is kind of the one that I throw because I generally play the highway position, not the dedicated A position, but as I'm running through here, look at this dot of yellow, and then look there, like up where that is, and then you're gonna do a running throw. So that'll block it off perfectly as well. That one's a little bit easier to mess up, so I recommend starting with the standing ones, and only do the running one later on if you really have like a specific timing you're trying to do. But if you have a specific timing, I mean, running through middle is probably what you're gonna be doing as the highway guy, but either way, that's the smoke. So let's talk about a pop flash you can use at A main to kind of support your teammates. This is kind of the standard pop flash that everybody needs to know. When I say pop flash, very simply, pop flash is a flash that goes off before the enemy has a chance to react to it. This one's for A main. If you have somebody who, let's say, like, I think one of these rounds, he actually had one of the Russians run in here and try to peek. Instead of charging with a P90, oh, foreshadowing, what he could have done is assisted the player, told him he was throwing the flash. Oh, wait. He's Russian. Never mind. Anyway, this is pretty nice. Walk up here and look there and then let go. Boom. Pop flash. It got me. It's so good it got me. Let's look at it from their perspective. See where that flash goes off? It goes right into the door and hits them. So if they're running and they get here, they're going to get hit. Like pretty much anywhere in this position, even over the top of this box, everywhere they're going to get hit by it. I'm going to be playing the standard position that generally players are going to be playing and think like, okay, they're starting to enter. I need to flash them. Now, I threw this flash in the last episode of Solo Queue to Global Elite, and I got a kill with it. So, I support it. Check out this flash. Boom. Pretty nice, right? If you want to throw the pop flash for A main, you just got to be up close and do this. And there's the pop flash for A main. Hit me again. It's that good. Just do a running throw. So what I'm doing is I'm right clicking and I'm throwing. Just to do a real easy one, you can just stand and throw, and it'll bounce right over the top. That one's great for when they're entering, especially if there's a smoke right there. You can actually throw it right here. It'll land in the smoke, and they won't see that coming. But yeah, if you want to pop flash, you do a running throw with this, like that. That was a little bit more difficult to get. Sometimes you can hit the top here. I've done it so many times that I can do it, so I'd suggest practicing it. Next thing is the smoke. Generally, you're going to be playing like right here, so this is where you're standing. Let's say I want to re-smoke, and I'm the A guy. Let's say the player playing highway through the first smoke. Now it's time to re-smoke it. I just aim here and do a walking throw with the smoke. Just like that. Really simple. And it will go boop, 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 boop. And we've run out of time, ladies and gentlemen. Either way, we have re-smoked it. I promise you. We ran out of 20 minutes. That shows you how long I've been working on this. What take we're on at this point. All right, so the Molotov, you can actually just throw this Molotov the same way, and it'll land right in the entranceway. Boop! Really nice. Like, normally when you're playing with, and you're kind of new to the game, I see this a lot. Players will go, okay, I need to Molotov it. Huzzah. You just exposed yourself to everybody. You're going to get shot in the face. That's going to happen. It's much better to right-click and walk, and then just throw like that. It's great. It's freaking great. I want to talk a little bit about this player's positioning on this round, so keep a close eye on that. I think that's key to how this player can improve at Counter-Strike. Now, I know there's a lot of people already writing comments like, duh, how's the Master Guardian Elite? Duh, I want to be a blah, 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 whatever. It happens every time. I owe those comments just to the culture of Counter-Strike, how it's a game where it's highly competitive, people always want to improve, and a lot of people get their satisfaction out of tearing other people down because they themselves can't play it very well. But guys, if you can't handle being called a noob, maybe Counter-Strike is not the game for you, because you're gonna get called a lot worse. It's just one of those games, guys. It's highly, highly competitive. People take it seriously. They'll never say they take it seriously, because that's admitting that they're fails. All right, so check this out. He's playing quad. He's always playing quad. He's gonna learn a little bit about why you don't play quad. Oh, he got shot. Let's watch another round where he's playing quad, then we can hop in game and talk about it in a little bit more in-depth. So quad as a position is very exploitable. I'm not saying never play from quad. I'm just saying on this map, there's so many different places to play that you shouldn't just confine yourself to this position. Notice, the T's already know what's up. They know he's there, and he's about to get exploited really, really hard. He's done this a few rounds already. I think like 3 of the 6 rounds. Okay, there's the first nade. He actually gets a frag, but then boom, there comes the second nade. They actually had a Molotov as well that they could have thrown back there. It's a very exploitable position because as you're entering into the site, the first thing you see is quad. This is the first place. You're looking there, and then you're looking at quad. And you can easily, after holding this angle, just throw stuff back there all day long. We're back. Now, I kind of touched on this a little bit when we were talking about the nades, because I think it's important, but you notice the position he was playing was like right here in quad and then peeking over here. This is kind of a nice place to hold, I guess, if you're an opper and they can't get through. However, I think there's much better places to play, and I think it's also important to switch it up and keep trying out new positions. So the most common and the most standard position to play as a dedicated A player, I think, is right where I'm standing right now, because you're going to be killing them as they're running through here, right here, as they're like entering into the site, and you're keeping watch here on the door. So look what it looks like when they open it from your perspective. It's actually a really easy kill if you're standing right here, because even if they try to use this as cover, you can just shoot right through it. So if the player like peeks like this and it's like, oh, and now they're behind the door, it's really, really easy to mow them down. Also, I know this is kind of a small thing and it may be personal preference, but I suggest the M4A4, which is why I have it equipped, when you're playing this position in particular. Because you're going to be spamming a little bit, and it's very difficult to spam with the M4A1S. And this is a position where spamming comes into play, because the other place you're going to be looking, so you're going to be playing kind of this spot, but the other place you're going to be playing is right here. And this is where you can watch A main from and kind of peek A main. This is also a good spot for an opper to sit and just hold this position, and then if they get through, if the smoke comes down, then you can go over here and play this position as well. However, another place to spam is like, okay, let's say that smoke goes down. I'm sitting here holding this angle. Smoke has gone down. It's spam time, baby. If I have an M4A1S, I can't do that. So after the smoke goes down, you have 2 options. One is to move over here. Well, the first thing you should do is throw your little flash over the top. That's going to help. Like, that's gonna help no matter what. So then you're gonna look over at the site like this, and you're gonna, or move over here and hold this position and try not to get flashed, or you're going to push through here and play at forklift. A lot of times, as soon as that smoke goes down, one player will do this and make a beeline right into forklift. And you gotta watch out for that guy. So if you don't have another player in position, one thing you can do is just hold like this, and they're going to peek right there. It's generally like it's gonna happen. And then you can just mow them down and kill them. Take the forklift position, which is great, because as they're trying to enter in the site, now you're behind them. However, I think if you're playing like dedicated A and there's nobody else in the site, you don't want to allow them to just walk into the site. So it makes sense to come back over here and play this spot. Now, I'm very proud of my boy this round. Very proud of him. Now, look, he goes back to the same spot, but he's going to switch it up. Don't worry. I mean, look at this. This guy, Yubi, pushed up there, and he's like, oh, man, I guess I got to play to help this guy out. Let me switch it up a bit. And he moves over here. But, you know, good props to him. I'm so proud of him. He switched positions. It's round 14. It's a little bit too late. But he did get into a new spot. Unfortunately, Yubi was kind of in a weird spot. I've never seen an Opper stand there successfully before. I don't think I've ever seen an Opper stand there successfully before. He plays it from the right spot. He just, I mean, let's get a slow motion on that. So he actually did the position right here. I mean, throwing a flash through there would be nice, but he actually didn't have money to afford a flash. I would have gotten 2 flashes instead of the kit, personally, so there's just a little thing, maybe even a smoke. But the only thing that went wrong here was the shooting. Yeah, you should have gotten that kill. Possibly gotten the second kill. Guy's down to 12. But then Toon does something very puzzling. He pushes through the smoke here. Just so unfortunate because he was doing it right. He was doing it. Even missing those shots is fine because he was playing the game right. He pushes through the smoke. He gets the kill. But at what cost? At what cost, Toon? A trade favors the T's and it gives them the site. A little bit of a minor point and may not relate, but once you get into the habit of playing it standard and play it over and over and over again and you want to move on to the next level, you can start adding in different things into your game. Like, I'm going to enter here and kind of peek it by myself. Another great way to peek early on, and you're going to be doing this at the very beginning of the round. You're just going to make a beeline for it, have somebody flash you in or flash it yourself, and then peek it really quickly. Now, that's a little bit exposed. It's a little bit dangerous, but if you get this angle, it's great. Another place to peek is at the door. Just come in like that and hold this angle really quickly. If you get a good spawn, you can do this, but T's are going to get here really quickly, so only do this if you get a good spawn for it. Maybe pull off a little bunny hop and get in there and hold that position real quickly. Maybe like pop in here, take a kill, and then close the door on your way out. Manners. Manners. But check this out. Like, I want to peek here, right? Early on. Not visible yet, not visible yet, not visible yet. Boom. This angle is so good. It's so good, especially early on, like at lower levels. They're not going to be expecting this. Generally, like, you're going to be expecting this if you played a little bit. This is kind of where you're going to look as you're moving in here. You're going to aim like here, and then you're going to be like, okay, getting ready for this guy to peek. But look at this. As I'm entering, generally that's where I'm going to look, right? You're not expecting him to be over the box here. It can really throw you off, and that's kind of a good spot to peek. This is a little bit more advanced, though. Once you get used to like playing it standard, then you can try that kind of stuff. Some people were saying, oh, TheWarOwl, you only talk about the very basics. I'm throwing a little bit extra stuff in here to help you guys out. The thing is, like, I don't like telling this stuff super early when people are trying to learn the game, because then somebody in silver is going to be like, okay, here guys, I'm going to pick. Boom, they're dead, and that's not fun. And everyone's like, why'd you just run in there with the op? You just lost the round. It's higher, yeah, you just, I know. I know. At a certain point in playing Counter-Strike, when things just aren't going your way and all looks lost, you revert to a former sense of noobiness that you first learned when playing Call of Duty. Unfortunately, when you reach this point, there is no return. What a noob, what a noob, what a noob, what a mighty good noob. Toon, what is that on your chest? Not again. Not again, Toon. I mean, look. You gotta have a commitment to getting good at the game, and part of that is putting your newbie ways behind you and playing it the right way and learning how to play it the right way, not using the P90 run as a crutch, because you're eventually gonna play against some people who that just doesn't work against. Big thanks to Toon for sending in the demo. Guys, that was him at his worst. Now let's watch him get some frags. It's time for an Owl Vision. Oh, that had to hurt. I mean, besides getting shot in the face, just getting his coccyx slammed against that concrete.